Well, let me show you this. On Twitter, there was a thing that was going around saying, "Hey, go to this site and upload a photo, and it'll turn you into an anime character." And this is what it actually came back with me. I actually really dig that because I look skinny.
It doesn't even have the same
Martinez.
jawline as you. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Hey
No.
guys, welcome to Saturday Morning Fun Time. The gang is mostly here. I was expecting the love of my life, Anima, here, but she's having Wi-Fi issues because her thoughts on the show. We watched it together, so I really wanted to get her to tell you guys what she thought of the show too. But I want to welcome you guys to Saturday Morning Fun Time, and away we go.
Mhm.
Deep in an underground secret Pacific Island lair, Pop Culture Minefield presents Saturday Morning Fun Time. This is the Comic Relief Crusader telling you to get your morning cereal ready because here we go.
Good morning. Happy Saturday, everybody. Let's go to the close-ups. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. We've got Penny in the house. That's Dork Knight's mom. Good morning, Penny. We got Bill Barkley from the lowlands of Scotland. We've got the Crusader Lion. Keely Chow. Farnsworth is here. Thanks for joining us again, guys. Anima Confusa, love of my life, is here. Good morning, Anima. There she is. Then we got Dragon Ruse. And let's see, anybody else jump in yet?
Oh, we're
Alex Moore is here. Good morning, Alex.
oh,
And that's it right now. So we've got a whopping big 5 people. We'll banter a little bit here before we go. One thing I guess we could talk about is we got this notification this morning. Martin was one who discovered it, I think. Was it Martin or was it
me?
Baron?
Me.
You spotted it.
Mhm. I was
I
crying.
do not like the way Twitter, the way StreamYard has changed it from share to present. Because if you know anything about animals, when you say present, that means that's when they turn and throw their ass to you because they want to get nailed.
You know how many times I got a strike from YouTube because of that? It's like, oh, present? Okay.
Yeah.
Really, Baron? Really?
Yeah.
So here we go, guys. You want to talk about it, guys?
Yeah, my life is in shambles.
Would you like me to
I
read it?
see no reason to continue on this
Why
world
am I getting the echo?
without Mark Ruffalo on Twitter. That is horrible. I cannot bear that pain.
Why are you leaving us? Why? Why? You're supposed to be the superhero. Protect us. No.
Puny, weak Hulk.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have Soy
he
Hulk,
is
the incredible
Puny
Soy Hulk.
He is the Soy Hulk. So I'll go ahead and read this. As Twitter grows more unpredictable and harmful to marginalized groups, I'm exploring some other avenues for us to connect. I'm excited to continue to foster and be in our great community. If you'd like to come along for the ride, here's where to find me. Basically, just being a soy boy bitch and cucking out.
He never sounded so good. You did a great job.
Well,
thank
what
you.
I find interesting is true Democrats aren't leaving Twitter.
No, they're not.
It's only the leftist activists that are quitting and getting angry.
Yeah. They're the
And,
ones losing their shit over everything. That's true.
Yep.
Well,
guys like Keith, they're still digging in there, talking shit about Trump, talking shit about fucking Republicans that they hate. I love that. I support it. You know I
Give
support
everybody
that
equal
shit.
amounts of
Whether I
power.
agree with it or not, I support that.
Yeah,
Me too.
I talk all kinds of shit 24/7.
Okay.
You should hear the things he say about me.
I-
But my question,
you know.
I have a serious question. If they're supposed to be such friggin' activists, right? Wouldn't they be in a platform that's quote unquote hostile because they're doing the good fight?
No, the problem with most of your modern activists, leftist activists, is if it's not a controlled situation, if they aren't talking in what's referred to as an echo chamber, they freak out. Yeah, buddy.
I think
I'm just saying hello to everybody while you're talking.
Oh, I thought you
People
were
are
waving
saying
at me.
hello to us.
I
Yeah.
thought you
See?
were doing, hey, Gary. Hey.
Unlike you,
wait.
Keith, it's polite.
He's waving to
This is
everybody but
this-
me.
You can do that scene from what do you call it? Blazing Saddles, where Richard Pryor wrote that too. By the way, him and Dick
Yeah.
Gregory
Excuse
fucking
me
wrote
while
that.
I whip
Where
this
he
out.
uses let me wipe that off. And he goes, see, it's all good now.
Well, you must have had that from our most recent clan meeting. I'm sorry about that.
Hey, just remember, the sheriff is a.
Oh my God!
What did he say? What did he say? Well, I think he said the
Is it-
sheriff's nearer.
He says he's nearer. No, dang flammit!
Yeah,
One of
that's
the
a movie that
greatest.
couldn't be
And
made
when
today.
people
That's
lose
so
their
sad.
shit about that, and then you throw it in their face, you know who wrote that? 3 black men.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mel Brooks and G. Wilder only jumped in on certain scenes and added to it, to be honest with you. The whole fucking Bugs Bunny relationship between the sheriff, Black Bart, and Alex Karras's character. I just forgot his name.
Mongo.
Mongo. Mongo
That
just
whole
pawned
thing
a
was
knife.
written. That was written by Richard Pryor all by himself.
Mhm.
All of the Bugs Bunny shit, and the entire relationship is Bugs Bunny, and it could be Yosemite Sam, it could be the Tasmanian Devil, Elmer Fudd, because Bugs would do it the same thing to each one of them and just
Oh, yeah.
fuck with them.
Mhm.
Oh, we
You
made
know-
it outside the first 5 minutes before I said F word.
You know,
Yeah.
Dick Gregory is definitely one of those that became a major activist in the 60s and in the 70s. And again, for the people that don't like that, you should probably Google the name Dick Gregory.
Mhm.
Yeah, he did that joke when I was a kid. I told you about this. He was at a university. He says, all you keep asking, like, why do we all carry knives? Because you white people won't let us have guns. Back in the 60s, man, Dick Gregory, Red Fox, Richard Pryor were the oh wait, what's his name too? Oh crap, I forgot his name.
Well,
The other
Red
big
Fox?
No, black I already said Red Fox.
Oh, you did? Oh, sorry. I had
There's
to
another
pay
black comedian that was kind of an activist at the same time. I drew a blank. These guys were out there in the forefront. So when you see a lot of the comedians today, talking shit and everything, it's like you're able to do that because of those guys. And I hope they fucking thank those comedians every day.
Wait a minute.
For
We
having
have
that
comedians these days? I didn't think they existed anymore.
No, we still do. Fucking
Here's one.
Bill Burr. We
Yeah.
lost Norm Macdonald, but
Yeah.
Bill Burr
We lost
and
Paul Mooney within the last 2 years.
Yeah.
We lost
That
Louie.
was the other one, Paul Mooney. Thank you. That was the other
sorry.
activist comedian. I was trying
Oh,
to
yeah,
think
that's
of.
right. Grady.
Yeah,
Leaving
Paul
a white
Mooney
guy
was,
hanging like that. Come on, man.
I'm sorry,
on,
but Paul
man.
Mooney was just he was the dagger. I mean, if there was anyone that was writing jokes for Richard Pryor that just like got to the heart of the matter real quick, that's Paul Mooney. I mean, geez, that dude was fearless on like a Lenny Bruce level fearless.
Mm-hmm.
So, like on a Bill Hicks, Lenny
We
Bruce
need that.
kind of level.
Yeah, Lenny Bruce,
You
stream of conscious flow kind of comedy. And that was my one complaint with the fabulous Miss Maisel was I felt like Lenny Bruce wasn't quite Lenny Bruce in that show. Have you watched it, Keith?
Fabulous Miss Mabel? No, I've never seen that.
Maisel.
Maisel, you know. No, I haven't had a chance. I've been rewatching the history of comedy that they did on CNN, and wow. And again, I say, wow. Watch the whole segment on female comedians. Whoo! They got away with some stuff. I mean, they got away with some stuff.
Absolutely.
Or back in the 70s
We could do a
and
whole
80s.
show on just but this is going back to like, you know, the 1940s and 50s and 60s.
Oh wow.
There were
Betty
some
White,
jokes.
man. Betty White.
There were some jokes that even Betty White would just go, "Oh my."
Phyllis Diller. Phyllis Diller.
Phyllis Diller was she's your gateway into the women that were like, even Red Fox would go, "Wow, that's a joke." Wow.
You know what I find funny? I went over because I was really curious as to some of the articles out there about the best comedy acts on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And I am at this website right now. I'm going to share this with you. I find this really ridiculous when I show it to you. It's you're going to go, wait, what? Share screen. Because there is a conspicuously absent comedian. Yeah. Are you ready? Let's go through their list. Let's see. Richard Pryor, good stuff.
Yeah.
Bo Burnham. Eddie Murphy, solid.
Eddie.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
John Mulaney is a good writer, not so good comedian. But for some reason, he's number 5. Chris Rock, yeah. Whatever.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I don't know.
This I get irritated when she gets listed as a comedian. She's not. She's not a
No.
comedian.
No, she's not.
She is an orator.
Ooh, Maria Bamford's good.
Actually,
I
she's
like
funny. She's funny.
Hmm.
Nobody knows who that guy is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know
I've
this
seen
guy. Not that funny.
Yeah.
Cannot stand Patton Oswalt's
No,
comedy.
he's
No.
I have
He's an ass.
I
He's
enjoy him
insufferable.
getting beyond his politics and his cuntish behavior. I've just never found him that funny. He's better as a character actor than he is as a comedian.
Yeah,
Zach
King of Queens.
Galifianakis, I'm split over him.
Yeah.
Well, earlier,
Hannibal
Patton,
Buress, I
actually
enjoy, but I don't think he's all that funny to deserve number 14.
No.
This guy's not even fucking funny. Michelle Wolf has never made a joke that was funny ever.
No, she's sick. I don't like her.
Jim Gaffigan.
I
Look,
like Jim Gaffigan.
he's a food guy. I enjoy his comedy.
Yeah.
I like when he does his voice. You ever know? You know, he starts talking like Rooney from 60 Minutes.
Oh yeah.
I like his. He's a married guy comedian, and you can tell.
Yeah,
He plays into
he's
that.
very married. Reggie Watts, I like his not his comedy, but his work with doing television, his little shows, because he's weird as fuck. These guys, I've never found them funny. She's just fucking mean.
Yeah, I don't like her at all.
Jen Kirkman, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, no idea.
I don't know who this is.
I don't know who that is.
Nate, I don't know that guy.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is.
I know
I don't
who
know who the
Ali
fuck
Wong
that
is. She's a better.
Oh,
she's
now
another one of
Mike
those better character actors.
Birbiglia belongs way up on this fucking list. If you've ever watched his comedy or seen his biopic, this guy's fucking hilarious. His is, once again, it's situational, real life stuff that he's talking about. So technically, he's more of an orator than a stand-up comic.
Mm-hmm.
But he throws in some, like when he starts talking about the special he did, My Wife's Boyfriend. It was so fucking funny because he has to explain that was when it came to a head that, are we in a relationship or not? Not funny. Not funny. Not
I
funny.
don't even know what that is.
Not funny. He can be funny.
Yeah, Eric Andre is very.
Jenny Slate's a good actor, not a good comedian. Who is not on here? Now, I like Fred Armisen. He cracks me up.
All right, here's what I'll say about
Adam
him.
cracks me up. Who is missing?
Dave Chappelle.
Fucking nowhere on here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every
Bill
single
Burr
one of these
is
people.
Bill Burr, who had one of
That
the
low?
top most popular fucking specials on Netflix. 39
should be way higher. He should
Far
be
higher.
in the top 3. He should
Yep.
be in the top 3.
Well,
And
both
the
him and
sad part
Chappelle.
is- The
Chappelle
sad
is
part-
Go ahead.
completely absent, conspicuously absent on this.
Wow.
And he has had probably the most watched comedy specials in the history of Netflix.
Oh, absolutely.
Doesn't even
Well-
make Pace fucking list.
I think you can go on Netflix and watch the history of comedy. I think they still have that. And if you want to see who should be on that list and people who have been forgotten that should be on everybody's list, you should watch that because it's divided into
Absolutely.
sections covering different things. But
Well-
the whole woman comedian stuff, just sit down and be prepared.
Mhm.
So,
Is Sam Kinison
Yeah.
on there?
No,
I'm doing digital blackface. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't cancel me.
No. But this list is just for Netflix, right? Not overall.
yeah,
correct?
yeah.
Okay,
Netflix.
Because I was
Okay,
going to
so they
say, if
wouldn't
it's
have-
overall, it's insulting.
Yeah,
They don't
wouldn't
even
have George
mention
Carlin
Norm
on there.
Macdonald, who also had a very popular fucking
Yeah.
Yeah,
whoa,
Norm.
whoa. Yeah, Norm Macdonald had a special. What?
Two.
the
He had a
heck?
show.
Yeah.
Didn't he, on Netflix?
He
Yeah, they were on
even
Netflix.
did. He recorded before he went in for surgery and died.
Yeah,
His special.
they
So
did
we
have
could watch it. I've not been able to finish it because I get emotional. I get choked up trying to watch it, and I just
Yeah.
gave up. I got to let some time between his death before I can watch that episode, that special he did. But it's so beautiful that he did that. He left us his final stand-up special.
All I
think
can
we
say
need
is I'm
to. I think we need to create a special list and call it the Dead Comedians Society.
ooh.
Or
That's a
just
long
say the
list.
Dead Comics Society.
Yes, the Dead
Dead
Comic
Comics.
Society.
Mhm.
Yes.
You know,
There's
the real
Just like the Dead
tragedy-
Poet Society.
Yeah.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, Brandon. Let's do it.
You know,
I
I got some to add to that. Yeah.
Well, it isn't just Red Fox. It isn't
No.
just Eddie Murphy or Paul Mooney. It's people like even Bob Newhart. Bob Newhart is one of those guys that'll sneak right up on you, and before you know it, you are laughing. You're laughing. Every part of your body is shaking because he is
But-
that good.
If
button
you've
down
never
mind.
seen his janitor first night on the job in the Empire State Building and he gets attacked by King Kong, you have not seen clean fucking comedy done right. Bob
Mhm.
Newhart never went blue.
No.
he never did.
We have a
He never had
superstar
to.
from Mexican Iron Man. Thank you.
Ooh.
man.
Who's
Oh.
Mexican? Now, wait a minute. Is that the real Mexican Iron Man or is that our buddy Gap after dark? Because he does an amazing spot on. He tricked me last night.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
He tricked all of us, actually. We all thought that was Mexican Iron Man in a chat with us last night. It was not. I'm telling you, Mexican Iron Man, you better watch Gap After Dark. That dude, that guy can do an impression of you that blew my fucking mind. I was just sitting there going, wait, what? What? You're not? I was just freaked out by it. Mexican Iron Man, $4.99 super chat. Funniest comedy special is watching Gary get derailed 5 live streams a week. Total binge-worthy TV. You goddamn right. That's why we got picked up by KGRA Radio. Because
Hey, Dopey Bill.
that guy calls
better
me-
be playing.
I don't know what was. I was like freaked out. Like, you really enjoy watching me do the shit that I do? And he goes, "Yeah, man, you're fucking funny." I'm like, okay. All
I was
right.
wanting to ask how that
I feel
was
like
going.
such a phony. Like, people are gonna find out one day I'm just complete fake.
We
What do
knew
they call
that.
it? Imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
I have a good friend here.
Well-
I'm going to go ahead and say it. Mags and I talk privately a lot, and she and I have talked about that. I don't know if any of you guys have that problem, feeling like, you just feel like you're a complete phony, that eventually you're going to get found out. Do
You
guys,
cannot see me, but I'm raising.
all you guys raise your hands. Shinatsky.
No,
There you go.
I just feel like a complete failure, which is why I ended up here.
Oh,
I look like this,
Oh
but
my
I'm really
God,
gonna look like
Shinatsky.
this.
He's so funny. Oh, where'd he go?
I do have to say this thing. Mexican Iron Man, you're cheap. You couldn't put that extra cent in there and make it $5?
He's on his mind.
Yeah, I
Apple
know.
devices don't do the even, they do the
$4.99.
penny
What a bargain, Eddie Murphy.
Super Chat's
Hey,
$4.99.
We're
Where's
going to talk about comedians. We should talk
where's
about
Mikey's
Eddie
video?
Murphy.
All right, let me ask a
get
serious
to it.
question here about comedians.
Yeah.
Bill Cosby has a new
Mhm.
special coming out for the first time in 30 years, and
No,
considering
hold
everything,
on. No.
Mm.
Hold on.
okay,
I got to play the video before you get into this because I don't want to interrupt
Mhm.
this. For you, Mexican Iron Man, for your constant mean racist criticism of me.
Well, whatever helps you sleep at night, bitch.
There we go.
And
He knows I love him.
And Duffo Bill, come on, man. Seriously? Who's
Okay,
Bob
let's
Newhart?
get into this. Let's get back. Oh, Brandon, take over. What were you saying?
I had seen a blurb that Bill Cosby was having a new special, the first stand-up special that's been recorded in 30 years. Now, considering everything that we know about him now, whether or not he's guilty of the things that he was found guilty of and then later expunged of because of how the prosecution went about it, or any other things that he
That there was
acknowledges that he did.
prosecution misconduct. But
Yeah.
the thing is,
How?
a bunch of women are now coming forward from his TV show that worked
Oh.
with him.
Which one?
He's got more people from the Cosby Show
The Cosby
that
Show.
are coming
From the
forward
80s,
making
okay.
allegations of coercement and assault.
Mhm.
Now, coercement, you don't get me on that one.
No.
If someone tried to coerce you into having sex, that's called a dude. That's a dude trying to get laid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
women
true.
do it too. Women do it too.
Mhm.
I've had women come up to me just like, "Why don't we do something this weekend?" Well,
What does that feel like?
I don't think it'd be cool if we did that. Oh, hey, it's cockeyed Chris.
Hey, Dutch tilt. No. Chris,
Bat dag.
Actually, Brandon, that special, I think that special was actually made before Cosby got in trouble. They shelved it. So I think they're just bringing it out now. But yeah, it was supposed to come out, and then everything hit the fan, and Netflix shelved it.
Wow.
So I think it might be that one.
I'm gonna
Whoever
look it up
decided
quick see what it is.
to air that has balls of steel.
Then let me ask you this. Putting all of that aside, everything with his life that he's done that was completely he shouldn't have done. Let's just leave it at that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Is his actual comedy good and worthy of being included in these lists, or either the dead comedians list or the living comedians list?
Before
I
I would
think
like to
Paul Mooney
address
put it best.
Joe's, and then Keith can address your question. So Joe's Atmospheres give us one super chat from 199, and somebody who speak English correctly can please read it.
Yes.
Hey, it's Giuseppe. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Hey,
Hey, the
Pasquale.
greatest comics are truth
Estuch
sayers.
Testadora.
Yes. I completely forgot about Sam Kinison. Completely forgot about it, and I should have
I
an ass
didn't.
pick for that.
I
I
was
was going
thinking,
to say it, but I got beaten.
Keith, I know you want to say something. I've got definite thoughts on Bill Cosby personally.
Well, about time for me to be hitting the old dusty trail. I like your hat. Can't get out that way.
Two things. First, Bill Cosby, as far as I'm concerned, everything that he did prior to 1990 is just flat out gold.
Yes.
Okay. All of the albums that he put out, the specials, Bill Cosby 40, classic stuff. As far as I'm concerned, the entire first 2 seasons of the Cosby Show are all that special. That was originally a stand-up special.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the second thing, look, Sam Kinnison's one of those people that you can introduce him to younger people now, and he will have them on the floor in minutes. The guy was gifted, and a lot of that was because, like with any other comedian, is because of his background, the things that he lived through. It's called having a life. It's part of the reason why a lot of so-called Hollywood screenwriters and comic book writers today can't do anything, because you haven't lived a life yet, so you can't write based on anything. Well, that's the reason why Sam Kinison is so funny. He lived a life. He went through some things, and for him, a lot of it was his religious upbringing versus a lot of other things he went through. You mix that all together, and that gave you that guy. So
that goes to Eddie Murphy's joke about being a little kid trying to do stand up and just just trying to impersonate Richard Pryor, saying like, "You ever been on the toilet taking a shit?" He's like, it sounds like Richard Pryor jokes, but that's all he knew was stuff like that. So just speaking to and Kennison was awesome, and I grew up with Kennison being in things like he'd show up on Married with Children, or he was like just part of the culture at the time.
Back to school.
And yeah, exactly.
Back to school.
He would just show up. Yeah, I just loved seeing Kennison as the they did a variation on a Christmas Carol on Married with Children with Kennison like playing all the ghosts in one. And I just love that he just shows Ed O'Neill's character Al Bundy, how happy his family is without him, and he's like, so I guess I did a bad job, and you want to off yourself after all. And Al's just like, they're happy. I can't let that happen.
It was more like It's a Wonderful Life. It was kind of like that.
It's a Wonderful Life, not a Christmas Carol.
It's a mixture of both. No, there are elements of Christmas Carol with it too. But because he's playing the different, past, present, and future. But let's see. I want to say hi to some people who have shown up. Heidi Marks, who is
and then I do want to comment about Bill Cosby.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm greeting the chat. We have Joe's Atmosphere here, Pat S, Joseph Dredd, AF Watcher 88, Deleted Scenes is here, Decepticons Cave of Villains, Heidi Marks, which is Anna's best friend, Dofi Bill, is that how it's pronounced, Martin?
I suppose.
Okay, well, you wrote it as Dofi. I wasn't sure. Mexican Iron Man, B Pokyu, the Dork Knight is here. Awesome One, Pacific 414. And just to address it, after shows are not private. Understand that. It's a very simple concept. It's just the after show where we invite the members to usually talk with our guests or to talk to us. It is part of the thing. We've even tried to find out a way to air the after show, but I can't figure out how to do it because once we end the stream, it's over. So, because I wanted to be able to post it on like Patreon or something like that, so people could still view it. But I don't know how to do it. I'm not that tech savvy.
Martin, that's your job.
I saw some immediately jumping on critical comments in the chat, and of course, Mexican Iron Man had a legitimate reason to be concerned. Absolutely, he was doing an impression of Iron Man that blew my mind, and absolutely, he said, I'm not really him. And then I thought it was him fucking with me. And I'm like, oh no, it's actually, oh my God, it's not him. It was really good. But we love all you guys. I love you six, but sometimes you can buy them at Walgreens. I don't know if they have them where you're at, but you can get them at Costco, Walmart. It's called the Chill Pill.
Yeah.
She's like, because I know what she's talking about, because we've had a problem with that where people have brought up shit that was in private, And you don't do that, man. It's not cool. It's not cool. When we're having private meetings and you share something personal with me, and she got burned really bad by that. I got brought into it too, and I was angry about it. I'm not going to talk about what it was. It's not important anymore. I don't interact with that person.
So Gary, we shouldn't talk about those rashes you have, right?
Oh,
what the fuck, man? Come on, man.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's like, it's
And-
really
Oh,
weird.
God
It's
damn
not
it.
at the base of the penis. It's all the way on the end. It's like, what the fuck?
Wow.
I can't be listening to that. I don't
Too late.
Utter butter.
Stuff in my brain.
Too late.
You
Blame Baron. Or
Use
Shinoski,
utter butter.
whoever said that.
use utter butter.
No, with Bill Cosby, I think Paul Mooney said it best. He got his N-word card because he tried to buy those networks.
Oh, he had it
And
taken
that's
from
when
him.
Yeah.
He was protected until he tried to buy television networks. Now, I'm not saying all the shit he did was right, but I'm saying that they were fine with him doing it.
Hold on. Yeah. I'm actually using it for context, and I'm sure Mags is fine with it. Because we all have that feeling, and I wanted to see who else has that feeling of being the imposter syndrome. I mean, I hope you're not really mad at me, because when she talks to me about something really personal, I would never bring that up. But imposter syndrome is a common problem for artistic people, creative people.
Yeah.
And I feel bad when people have it. But I would never bring up something that we talked about privately unless she gave me the thumbs up on it. I don't consider that, because it's also talking about me. I suffer from it.
I think he had something to say about Cosby, and I want to say some stuff too.
Yeah.
Dork
Okay.
Knightley.
Hey guys.
Hey, Dork Knight is here.
Hello.
Hey,
So
Okay.
at some point, we're going to get into Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk about, so I'll be quiet.
Because Saturday.
I thought it was Saturday.
And I can't stay too long because I'm actually I'm doing what I said I was going to do, and I've been diving into a bunch of tutorials on how I'm going to animate Escape from Planet Omega 12. That's why I'm so sparsely coming and going, is because I'm committed to that. But when Bill Cosby came up, I wanted to say a few things about it, which is one, if you haven't seen it, go to Razor Fist Rageaholic channel and look up the video, The Cosby Rebuttal, because I watched and I followed the Cosby trials, and everything he has to say on that video is 100% true. All the women that came forward started to get boiled down into, just through not just cross-examination, but just essentially checking their whereabouts at certain times, that sort of thing, crossing stories to see if they lined up. So many of them got debunked. So many of them changed their stories. Now, Bill Cosby was obviously cheating and on his wife and partying, like a lot of people and a lot of comedians that we love did. I'm not saying everything he did was right, but as far as what he went to jail for, that was 100% a show trial. And as far as him trying to buy CBS, I think that's when people wanted to start coming down on him, because and forgive me for saying so, but Hollywood's all about tolerance and inclusivity until and this just happens until suddenly somebody like a black man like Bill Cosby's like, hey, I'm actually going to own a proper stake in this. Suddenly, we're going to dig up a bunch of dirt on this guy. And then in terms of the actual people that prosecuted him, if you look into their political motivations, they were trying to make a name for themselves. They were trying to come up with things that they could campaign on. And they're gonna keep bringing people up. They're gonna, as long as this guy keeps getting on top of things, they're gonna start digging stuff up. So anything, especially, and by the way,
this is the new one right here, Chris. I wanted to show this. Check it out.
Yeah. Can I just say this? We know how the media works. We know how the media mudslings and slanders people. So suddenly, it's like we're going to believe everything that we read on the media about Bill Cosby. Again, I'm not saying the guy's squeaky clean, but A, he's a fantastic comic. B, the muddiness of the waters that has come around this guy, they've muddied the waters so much it's impossible for the guy to correct or properly defend himself because they keep throwing the same stuff at him.
There's no way to get a fair trial.
Yeah, he's never going to get he didn't get a fair trial. And again, go watch the Cosby rebuttal by Razorfist on the Rageaholic channel. Now, again, just before I go, I want to say this as well on a personal note about Bill Cosby. Okay, and this is something that I normally wouldn't say publicly, but I learned a lot of my values as a human being, as someone who, wants to be a good person and to work hard and to have some respect for myself. I learned that from the Cosby Show, and my mother would always put on the Cosby Show. My dad didn't think anything of it, but my dad, who's still alive and I love him, but suffered lifelong through depression, fits of rage, alcoholism. I was growing up with a very bipolar individual as a father. Just very difficult to live with, very upsetting to live with a lot of times. I remember a certain episode where Bill Cosby was teaching Theo, Dr. Huxtable was teaching Theo how to mop the floor. And this may sound superficial, but that's how I learned how to mop a floor, was by watching that. But with that came the realization of, it sounds silly, I can clean up my own messes. And here's a father giving his son the tools to do it and the respect and the confidence to know that he can learn it and do it. So for that, I will always be grateful to Bill Cosby, to the point where I even enjoy Leonard Part 6. And I'm willing to forgive him for Ghost Dad.
Oh.
So,
Don't be mean.
I blame Bill Cosby for me being a fat kid because of all those pudding pups.
And Fat Albert, which I watched as well. Listen, it's, again, if you want to hold comedians to a moral standard, so stringent that you're not going to listen to anything they say or want to laugh at anything they say. And Bill Cosby was hilarious. Most of the comedians, from Lenny Bruce, Sam Kinison, Richard Pryor, Cat, I'm blocking on his name. Cat Williams.
Bobcat Goldthwait, I think is who you were thinking of, maybe.
No. Cat Williams.
Dave Chappelle.
Dave
Chappelle. If you want to, look, comedy comes from a certain degree of chaos. When we get too conservative, too orderly, play it too safe, that's why we need a balance of conservative and more liberal, because comedians find truth in the chaos and they point it out so that we can laugh at it and we can understand it and we can not be so afraid of it and we can confront it. And so comedians, they're going to have some darkness to them. And I think we need to be able to, to understand that and accept it to a certain level. Not that they shouldn't be accountable for it. Oh, Robin Williams, absolutely. I love Robin Williams, and I miss him dearly.
My favorite of all time was Bill Hicks. You guys haven't mentioned him at all. I kept trying to bring him up in the chat, but
I'm not familiar. I've heard the name, but I'm not familiar with him.
Wow.
The reason we didn't really bring up Bill Hicks is the same reason Dennis Leary has a career. There's no cure for cancer.
Yeah.
Dennis Leary's another good one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that was dark because Bill Hicks.
I gotta go back. I gotta go back to work, guys. But I just wanted to say that because I do think that Bill Cosby has gotten a bad rap, and we owe not just comedians, but just morally. I mean, Bill Cosby, again, he was the one that came out. I mean, when the Osbournes was a show, he kind of criticized them and he caught a lot of heat from it, but he was right, He's the one that was saying to young black people, look, you don't have to be a thug. You don't have to talk like an idiot. You can go and be whatever you want to be, just like anybody else of any other skin color. It's truly on you. And unfortunately, a lot of people didn't want that message to get out there for them. And I think that there are children today that are suffering for that now. But I will forever, whatever Bill Cosby may or may not be guilty of, I will be forever grateful for the Cosby Show, because it was more than just a sitcom for me. I'm actually getting emotional about this. It really meant something to me, and it was there for me when I needed it. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Now I'm going to start getting silly. So I'm out of here, guys. You have a great Saturday.
Take care. I do want to say a quote, because I'm surprised people don't know who Bill Hicks is. So, today a young man on acid realized that all matter is merely energy condensed to a slow vibration, that we are all one consciousness experiencing self subjectively. There's no such thing as death. Life is only a dream, and we are the imagination of ourselves. Here's Tom with the weather. You guys never heard that?
I would like to.
I know who Bill Hicks was, and I enjoyed his comedy, you know. But we started out just talking mainly about a lot of the comedians that weren't listed on the Netflix list, and then
I doubt he's on it. You know,
one Indian I love that doesn't get enough. Doug Stanhope.
Can I just add a couple of things about Bill?
Sure.
First of all, of course, Sam Kinison, absolutely friggin' hysterical. He was taken before his time. I miss him so much. But Bill Cosby, what I think Bill Cosby, we grew up with it. I mean, you're talking about a bunch of white suburban kids, and we knew his stuff left and right. And I think in many ways, Bill Cosby did a lot for, black-white relationship, because he'd go out there, this black man on stage with this audience full of white people, and he's talking about his experiences growing up. And people started saying, these people are just like us. And it starts to open the fact that, yeah, we are just, we are people. We're not colors or whatever. We're human beings. And I mean, even to the point, I went to a conservative Lutheran school. The teacher used the natural child birth for sex ed. And we're all laughing. Of course, we all knew the bit, so we're kind of going along with it. We'd go past each other in the hallway, quoting Bill Cosby, Noah, and other bits that he had that was so great. And when the Cosby Show came out, you wouldn't believe how people were all excited that Bill Cosby was going to have a TV show. Now, the reason why I didn't get into the Cosby Show is exactly what Keith said. It was basically his comedy bits that he was doing for the first 2 seasons that he had on stage, and that turned me off. I mean, his first episode was himself. Completely was himself. And I was disappointed. I thought he could do more. But Bill Cosby, again, like was said before, taught what it was like to be a human being. And we all knew that he had a loose zipper. We heard the stories, and for whatever reason, Camilla let it happen. So that was between those two. So, as this special comes out, yeah, I'll watch it, because, I remember who Bill Cosby was when we were growing up.
Yeah.
And to separate the artist from what we've been seeing. And I know that there was a lot of kangaroo hopping going on in that trial, which I was absolutely angry about. And the fact that when he started talking about situations, everybody went against him. I mean, even Spike Lee, I think, went against him. And it was ridiculous. It's like, what was he saying? He was saying common sense, and they didn't like it. That was one of the reasons we went after him. And of course, he was going after CBS. We can't let this guy succeed. He's dangerous. And the thing is, he's a Democrat. He's a liberal. He was proud walking in and voting for Obama. He went in there. He said he went in there with pictures of his parents, so he could flip the vote, saying, here we finally have a black man that's voting for a black man for president. They weren't here to have this moment, but I'm sharing it with them with this picture. So it's not like he was some radical alt-right whatever, but he's a human being. He said good things, and he failed. We all fail. Which one of us
That's
haven't
true.
failed?
That's true. We all
Okay.
we all have our shortcomings in the
Mhm.
eyes of God. That is very true, and He definitely has his. But that's between him and his Maker. And I myself, I do have to go, but I do want to leave everybody with one thing: drugs. Why do drugs? Well, it enhances your personality. Well, what if you're an asshole? Goodbye, everybody. Have a great night.
You should have done it in that sexy voice for Terry.
And we have a member chat from Mikey, a Mexican Ironman, who has been a member for 13 months. Who wants to read it?
The PCM Nerdy Nerd. Which channel has the show that's supposed to be doing a review of Wednesday?
How long have I not been talking? I timed it because I tried to get us going in the right direction and we never got there. And I just gave up for a little
Wasn't
bit.
my
Let you
fault
guys
today.
do your thing.
My apologies.
No, I was just letting you guys do your thing. And now it's my fucking show again.
Oh, I was trying to take over. I was trying to be a pirate. Arr.
And we should get
Michael.
Wednesday as long as my signal lasts because.
Yeah, I
Oh
know.
yeah, we got
Third
it
world
for Anima.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Okay, go with because we want to keep Anima as long as possible.
Yeah, Mexican Iron Man. I'm cracking myself up this morning.
Dude,
So,
that shit yesterday, I heard you talking about it with earlier when I first got on. So how did he find out? Did what happened? Did the dude hit him up and be like, "Hey, we talked," and he was like, "I don't know what you're talking about," or did somebody else bring it up with the whole
No,
impersonation?
I brought it up.
Oh, you did? Okay. It was so funny.
Yeah, because it was in the after show. And,
Yeah.
And he had me fucking fooled.
Had me fooled too, man.
But he was cool about it. He said, like, dude, I'm not really him. I'm just fucking around. You guys really think I sound like him? I'm like, yes. He goes, well, look at my name. And when you look at his name, it says he's fake. And I'm like, oh, man.
That's where the brain does a funny thing to you. You just see the first. For me anyway, because I know it said.
I see the avatar.
Hey, Dork, what day is it?
Saturday.
Yeah, which means it's not Wednesday.
Oh, ha, Chinatsky.
I'll be quiet.
Okay.
So, all right, here we go, guys. I decided because Scott, I was hoping he'd be here today, but Scott's not here today. He and Don had to take off. They tried to kill me with their exhaust fumes today. They opened the garage and flooded their car, and took them a while to get the car going. Script Doctor was with me. We were having a meeting, and fuck, man. I mean, it got so strong, and then like Scott, just to show how he is, and Keith knows how he is. He says, "Yeah, be careful. You know, there's a lot of car fumes in here." And I went, "Oh, don't worry, man. I'll be okay." He goes, "I was talking about you. Watch out for my trains. All my trains, they matter to me. Make sure the car fumes don't hurt the trains. It's okay if you die." So Scott said some nice things about Wednesday. And I'm like, God, Chato said something nice about it. Several of the people I trust said nice things about it. I said, fuck it, I'm going to watch it. And we did. Anima and I sat down on date nights and we just like watched them sometimes 3 or 4, maybe 5 at a time until we got
3 days to get
3 days to get all the episodes.
Please tell me.
And
you liked
really,
it.
the last night was actually the last 2 episodes, episode 7 and 8. So I was impressed with the storytelling. I was a little shocked it was Tim Burton, because it doesn't feel like Tim Burton.
Well, he only
Oh,
did
the
the
monster
first.
absolutely looks Tim Burton.
He did the first 4 episodes. He directed.
Yeah,
the
but
first
he's
4.
also like the guy
producer.
behind it.
Yeah, the showrunner.
So, and what's interesting about it is a lot of people make the mistake with Barry Sonnenfeld's Addams Family movies.
Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting because here's Tim Burton giving a nod to Barry Sonnenfeld's Addams Family by casting Christina Ricci in it.
Yeah.
Well,
as a major
We have a
character.
super chat.
Oh yeah, okay. Thank you, Joe's Atmosphere for $4.99. I want to thank you guys, Mexican Army, all you guys, the memberships. It's just wonderful. Thank you. Foxy and I loved Wednesday. We've cosplayed as Morticia and Gomez for Halloween before. this goth version of Harry Potter is awesome. And that's really right off the bat. This is goth Harry Potter.
That's my
and
favorite.
look, I'm not going to pull any punches about this, but this one's for you, Joe, because you're a military veteran. You get this one.
Hey, here's your free cup of coffee from a lady in Rhode Island. What?
There you go, baby. I've got to tell you that I'm so blown away. The show is woke. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
The show is woke, but it's got the right amount of writing in there and storytelling that I just fucking didn't care.
It's ignorably woke until the last episode.
I guess it's not important.
That one made us angry.
It did so well. I enjoyed the characterizations. I enjoyed the storytelling. I enjoyed the Harry Potter aspect of it. I thought it was silly, but I enjoyed that Harry Potter aspect of it. It's like, it's kind of weird because the thing about the Addams Family was how out of place they were. So a place like this doesn't exist in the world of the Addams Family. But you know what? For the sake of telling this show, fuck it. Let's go there. And so this is a school where, some people are werewolves. Some people are Hydes. Some people have magical abilities. Some people... do you have to fart?
No, I didn't want to be rude and interrupt. I had a question about something somebody said, but it disappeared.
Oh,
Hey, you have another super chat.
Wow, $10.
$10 from Sagacious and Jedi 6. She is the number 6. 6 is the number of man.
And her thumbnail is
and she is a true goddess among us. And when I address her, and I hope she never thinks I'm ever aggravated with her. I'd never get aggravated with her. I love 6. But she'll say something I think has put me on the spot, and I'm like, she expects me to answer this, and I'm going to answer it because I'm always honest with 6. And
she makes me feel special because I'm in a super chat that has never happened.
And she
before,
does.
I think.
There are 3. I'm going to tell you right now. There are 3 women in my life. It is 6, Magitech Mags, and Anima.
Okay.
Notice how he named me last.
They're the 3 because you're number 1. I always count backwards to 1.
I know.
Mags and 6 are the 2 other powerful, strong women in my life that I like talking to. And it's hard for me to enjoy talking to women, but I really enjoy talking to them because they bring something to the table, not just feelings. And I thank every day for having 6 and Mags in my life. And thank you, 6. $10 is more than we deserve. But you know what? We appreciate it. And for you, I'm looking to see if I have a video. I'm going to get in trouble for this video. Fuck it. I'm going to get in trouble for this video, and I don't care.
Going to kiss the 6 for the.
This is a 1 minute and 34-second video, and it is one of the funniest things I've heard recently. And this one is for you, 6. I hope you enjoy this. Okay. Well, once it fucking shares.
You have to present. You have to present like a baboon at the zoo.
No,
Present.
please don't. Please don't.
My anal glands are inflamed for you.
Phrasing.
There's no phrasing in that. It's just gross.
No phrasing at all.
It's
If I
just
wasn't off
nasty.
camera anyway, I would go now.
I'm waiting for this thing to load. There we go. Thank you. The whole time. Here you go. One of the funniest moments in comedy I've seen in a long time.
Nothing makes fucking sense. Life makes no sense. You're on a planet right now. You think you're in America? Zoom out. You're on a space rock floating in nothingness, infinite nothingness, and the infinite nothingness is expanding. That means endlessness is getting bigger. That makes no fucking sense. Y'all just act like it's normal. Like, oh, everything's made of molecules. Okay. Got it. I'll never think about that again. Molecules, you're made of molecules, the air between us, it's all made of molecules. That makes no fucking sense. These molecules know they're molecules. These molecules are like, I'm Pete. That doesn't make any sense. This tool is made of molecules, the same molecules in my hand. In fact, some of the molecules in the stool went into me while I've been talking, and some that were me have gone into this stool. And you know, when I knock these molecules into these molecules, when we ask science, why don't they go through each other? You know what the answer is? We don't know.
Oh, there's so
If
many.
you've
Netflix
never watched
that.
Pete Holmes, he's really he's a funny motherfucker. He really is. I love
Kind of Stephen Wright.
Yeah, he is. He had his own show. Couches, I think, was the name of it, because when his marriage ended, man, he lived on people's couches for a while, and the whole show is based off his real life. The crazy shit that happened when he came home and found his wife in bed with his friend. It's like, what? If you've never seen Pete Holmes, I highly recommend watching him. He's hilarious. And that one was for you, Six. Hope you enjoyed it.
Well, Joe,
Those Batman parodies he did were pretty funny too.
Yeah, the Batman. Yeah, exactly. Like when they're just sleeping. It's like, no, you're killing people.
And he kills Patton Oswalt in that one too, so even better.
Yeah, the Penguin.
Even better.
Gary deserves. I totally agree with Gary. Oh my God, man, it's hard for me to enjoy talking to women. But it's true. I have trouble. It's true. I'm not going to get into it. But Tim Burton was associated with the 1991 Barry Sonnenfeld Addams Family film. I didn't know that. What was he on it?
One of the executive producers.
And that explains why it's so Tim Burton-y.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Thing in that. They actually had a hand performance artist. He's a magician. And again, for the new series, guess what that guy is that plays Thing? He's a Romanian magician. That a lot of prestidigitation, articulation of the hands. And I got to tell you, he is the best part of this fucking show, is Thing.
I highly recommend hitting YouTube and looking for behind the scenes videos, how it was made.
Yeah, the way he did the hand, because it's
so
not
interesting.
CG. I thought
No
there was
CGI.
CG involved with it, but the CG aspect of it is removing him.
Yeah, he's
because
wearing a
he's
green
in the
suit.
scenes with them in his
Except
little
for-
suit.
I really
No,
like
not
how
John
they,
Holmes, Kyle. Man, your head is in the fucking clouds.
I
What?
like how they put the stitches on Thing in this version of him. It made more
Yeah,
sense.
he's almost like Frankensteinish.
Yeah. And earlier when I was raising my hand, I wanted to ask, a lot of people have been saying that it's the right amount of woke, not just here, but I've been hearing that. And I watched this in 2 sittings. So my daughter was over here for Thanksgiving, and I watched the first 6 episodes with her, and then she finished them without me with Cece. And then, like, the next day, I went and watched the last 2 episodes. And it wasn't because, like, I would have totally watched all 8. I'm old and I was tired. And, it was like a 6-hour marathon at that point. I loved this show. Again, I was watching it with my daughter, and it's a very female-centric thing. But what do you guys mean by the right? Because what were the woke element? Like, open my eyes. Help me out here.
Okay.
Not going into this with you, dude. Not going into this with you. You always demand an explanation. I'm not going to fucking do that. I'm not your monkey.
Okay,
I will
sorry.
fucking go into it when I feel like going into it.
So I was
Not
just trying to
explain it
engage a
you.
conversation.
You can't
with that.
figure. No, fuck you.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Stop it. Just continue the review, Gary. Move on.
Just
Nothing
very
to see here.
simply put, the woke elements in it are elements that are anything that deals with identity politics. The minute you start recognizing something, and you know when it's happening, you can see it. It's just like, somebody going, some guy rolls over on you, or some girl rolls over on you and does it with you. You're aware of it when it's happening to you. It's the same thing when people get woke, and you can actually feel it. If you sit there and you're aware of your surroundings and your situation, you should be able to pick up on that. If you're not picking up on it, I don't know what's going on that you're not recognizing it. But what it ends up happening is identity politics comes into play. And the minute it starts, it's very obvious It's very forced, and you'll hear it in little bits of dialogue here and there.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, most of the woke didn't bother me. It really didn't. What bothered me was in the final episode when they said something that made no sense. It was a stupid line.
Absolutely.
And it's like, look, if a werewolf is a werewolf, it's a werewolf. That's what your show's about. Are people of all these different cultures coming together? That's actual diversity. Coming together, different people. But when you start throwing in intellectual, theoretical shit, you've lost me. And she does that at the end. Christy, is that her name? The big tall woman.
Yeah, Gwendolyn Christie.
Yeah, man, I had a crush on her for a long time. She's amazing, dude. But when she delivers that line, I don't care what she identified as.
That made us both so
That
angry.
has no meaning in this. Your story is about people who are things. They are things. They're
So
hides,
fucking stupid.
they're werewolves, they're vampires, they're magicians or whatever. To throw that line in was obvious and it was dumb. It didn't make sense
Hey,
to
Kid
the
is
world
leaving.
that they created.
Kid has to leave.
Bye,
Who does?
Keith.
Keith.
Oh, Keith, I'll see you later, buddy.
Take care, buddy.
Bye, all.
Great one.
See you, man.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Well, I guess you were trying to say with the woke, it's in a werewolf now.
No, it had a reference to a character's mother who was a hide. And a hide is a person who, if certain things happen, can be triggered to become a gigantic killing monster.
She
Like
was
Jekyll
the
and Hyde.
hide in hiding. Ah.
Hide. Yeah, that's exactly. It's a play on words. I actually thought it was very clever.
Yeah.
What wasn't clever was Gwendolyn Christie saying that line. And it really took you out of the show. It pulled me. It's like you're in there. You're like, the screen is here and you're all up in the show. Like, oh my God, this is so good. I'm enjoying this. And then that happens and it's like, and you're out of the show and you're like, oh God, that's right. I'm watching something with identity politics in it. And,
Yeah, I hit pause and we went into a rant.
I thought it was dumb. I also, and I'm going to give you a warning here now. Where's the spoiler warning?
Trigger warning. Trigger warning.
No spoilers. Oh shit! I forgot about this one. There you go. There you go, buddy.
Oh, I used it before.
Chinatsky.
I created a banner just for you. That means I really love you, buddy. And it does. It really does.
I don't rate one.
Fuck you, Gary. I love you.
Let's see.
Gary's okay.
Where's our spoiler warning? We used to have one.
No, we still have one.
Oh, it's under that one. Let me do this.
And Denny and Shanatsky and everybody in here, whenever Gary
There we
gets wise-assed with you, you have all my permission to use my signature. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. I have to work on it.
Can we?
I expect people
talk
to say
about,
"fuck you" back to me. I do.
Can we talk about Martine's, anti-Semitism? I mean, I just don't get it.
I don't get it either. I don't either.
That just amazes me. Martine.
I love how you.
We got some new people here. We got
No,
CJ
that
with
is
the
not
action grip.
anti-Semitism. That is
We have
love
my
that
buddy
you- Fuck.
Cavatino Calvin Shea. We have John Holmes. And we have Maria with T and Telly. Krampus Jeebus is finally here. Where the fuck have you been? And I saw somebody else jump in here. Hold on. What did I
He's
see?
been in the chat trolling all of us. Have you been missing it?
Yeah.
Well, no, I've been, CJ, making sure I see it. Lord Thoth is here. All hail Lord Thoth. And did I say Alex Moore? Did I say that? Because Alex is here too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Krampus. Fuck off, dude. Don't even, no, don't put that up there. No.
Stop clicking it at the same time that I do.
I'm trying to take it down. Martin and I start wrestling over stuff.
I like the fight.
So the final episode has that final battle. We are now into spoiler territory. for the show. It's the final battle with the big boss, and this is
the big boss, like
again,
a video game.
This is the constant the current trend, and it's a forced trend. It's not a natural trend. It's a forced trend that men are being put as secondary characters, as background characters, as insignificant boobs, and as villains. And females are being cast forward as the protagonist hero of the show. And of course, this show is about a female, so I'm okay with that. But what I'm not okay with is creating bad villains. And when I say bad villains, I don't mean like, oh my God, that was a really good bad villain. No, I mean a badly conceived villain. A villain that just is there for one reason and one reason only, is to make the other character look good. They're not there to be a character themselves. And the villain in this is really like that. And it's a tiresome trope. And it is a trope. And I get tired of boring tropes. I want my villains to, as they say, a movie is only as good as its villain. And all Wednesday is a really long movie. And the villain of the show was a mystery to us. And then we find that villain out. And I don't want to say the name. I'm going to spoil it, but I'm not going to spoil who it is. We find out who it is. It is a female. And which we expected. I had actually surmised it early, as Animal will tell you. I guessed some of the things early. Who was going to be what.
He's pretty good at picking up that stuff.
I haven't seen the series.
It's in the writing, but I got to tell you that when you create a villain and you, at the end of your thing, have them die a stupid death or get captured in a stupid way, you are basically saying that they're a lame-o, no good, not intelligent, because you're building them up as intelligent the entire show, and then they get taken down by the silliest fucking thing in order for you to score some identity politics points. That I got angry about that. I got angry because I'm like, I like my villains being taken down in an intelligent way. And both villains in this were taken down quickly, easily, and in a very uninteresting and dumb way.
Gary, I haven't seen the series. Can I take a crack just from the promotional material?
No, hold on, Shinatsky, because Danny didn't want to ask a question.
Okay.
Oh, so I'm confused, as usual. And I haven't even smoked any weed today. I'm sorry.
Maybe that is why. That's the
villain.
problem.
No, it wasn't the. Yeah, maybe I should. You're right.
Let's not say who the villain is.
I'm not, but like.
Okay.
But you said it's a woman. It was a man.
There were three villains.
Who's the woman you're talking about? Or I guess you can't tell.
Technically, there are three villains, but I don't want to say who it is.
Okay.
It was one of the main females in the show. And there was another side villain who was doing the dirty work of the main villain. And then we find out that the main villain was doing this all to bring forward another villain that we meet early in the show when they go back in time. And when she goes back in time and sees things. So I just thought,
I just love that
wasn't
line.
a letdown. It wasn't a complete letdown, but I thought that the final episode was a bit of a letdown for what was brought up through the show.
You got to admit that was a funny line where Wednesday's like, "Of course, the first boy I would kiss ends up."
Hey!
What?
Yeah, don't go any further. Don't go any further.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But yeah,
that
I
was
like that.
Yeah,
I like that. That was a good line. I like the fact that there are two boys who are the suspects for being the killer. And we don't need to say who they are.
They had me fooled because I
just happens to be attracted to both of them.
Yeah.
And
that misdirect worked on me. My simple.
The Canadian representation is in the chat, Zax. You're self-representing, just like the United States.
Okay. My guess for the villains, based just on the promotional material, the trailer, etc., is the principal and Christina Ricci. I don't know her character's name.
You're
prominently.
Stop right there.
I didn't say which half. Damn it! I just said he's half right.
Right there.
Yeah, don't think, but that's my guess as like my writer sense and filmmaker sense from the way they were framing and a bunch of other things with them is that And also because this is a Harry Potter thing, so it's almost always the teacher who ends up being the bad guy.
I have to commend
the obvious villain, and that's it. They're kind of misleading because you see a painting, and you have a painting of a little girl, and the little girl is the only member of the family who died in another country unwitnessed by anybody. And I immediately said, she's not dead.
Yep.
She's obviously not dead. That is clearly one of our villains of
Come
this
on,
show.
man. Soap opera
Gary,
rules. No body.
I have a basic rule in that whenever I watch a movie or anything, if they say they're dead, you don't see a body.
Until you see the body,
They're not dead.
Exactly.
they're not dead. Very much.
Exactly.
Game of Thrones taught us that.
Yes, Peter Venkman fan site. Everyone dies. Spoiler alert. All of us.
I have to say though, I hope they find a way to bring back one of the characters who died. Gary knows who I mean.
Was anybody else bothered by the lack of the Cousin It? You know,
Well, Cousin It was seen in a painting, and that's okay. I was glad we finally got Uncle Fester, and I think they did a good casting job with him. Actually, I liked all the casting. Somebody on Facebook today, and Chuck Dixon and I both went after him, with the whole Hispanic thing. And I'm like, no, Gomez has always been Hispanic. I wasn't sure about
great
because Morticia, I don't think she was, but Gomez talks about. They even talked about it in the original show, the series, My Hot Latin Blood.
Mm-hmm.
It would talk about that because you
CJ
know you
feels
get
me.
Morticia, you get my hot Latin blood going.
Raul Julia.
Mm-hmm.
Raul Julia played him. Actually, he was wonderful. I do like this one because this is the most comic accurate version of Gomez we've ever had.
Yeah.
He's rotund and short, and that's what Gomez was.
And Lurch looked great. I mean, he wasn't in it enough for me, but he
didn't talk at all or make noises, and that kind of let me down.
But he looked great. He looked spot on.
Because originally he wasn't supposed to make noises even in the original series, but once Ted Cassidy made that noises he made, that became signature with that character. And every single actor should be ready to do that if necessary.
You rang.
Yeah, you rang. I love his voice, man. And a lot of people don't know this in the original city. Now, if you go to IMDb, it shows it played by itself. But that's not true. 99% of that was Ted Cassidy's hand, the guy who played Lurch. And it's funny to me because he would have to, this big motherfucker had to hide behind furniture and props to get his hand up there and not be seen. But that's Ted Cassidy's hand in almost everything. The only time it wasn't him was when he was sick or when he had to do a scene with it. Lurch and it had to interact with each other. And that would be somebody else doing the hand. No, I don't think she was, CJ. I didn't think she was.
All right, Angelica Houston or Catherine Zeta-Jones? Everybody.
What?
Absolutely, Angelica Houston is better.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't think she looked right as Morticia.
I always pictured her more of a Romanian type because it's that gothic and vampire and, the stature.
That is not her.
Yeah, I think...
Wait. I have seen the version of the Family Tree in the chat. Wasn't Fester brother of Gomez?
Yes.
In the movie. Yeah.
Fester's Gomez's brother.
Because he said that he's Gomez uncle by Krampus Chivos. And
he's been both he's been a cousin, an uncle, and a brother.
So it's just because different family members. He's an uncle to Wednesday. And
CJ says,
and that was just something because there's nothing in the comics about what relationship he is.
No.
Oh, so it depends of the interpretation.
I guess the Raul Julia.
He's in the house. He's obviously family.
Well, remember in the Raul Julia movie, it's his long lost brother that's brought to him by some
brought back. That's right.
Yeah.
And I love the movies. I love both movies. I really did.
No, because
Christopher Lloyd did such a good job.
He really did. I've been having to review these for Nerd Fights with Salty Trekker, and just for shits and giggles, I went back and I watched the first Addams Family with Raul Julia. I haven't watched the Addams Family Values sequel yet. Dude, I forgot how young Christina Ricci was in that movie. Oh my God, she's a baby. She is so tiny. I mean,
another fun fact about Addams Family Values: Michael Jackson actually wrote a song for it. Never got released, but you can find the demo.
Oh, didn't know that.
I never knew that. Yeah, and I honestly haven't seen Addams Family Values in so long. I don't remember anything about it. So like, don't spoil it. I'm gonna watch it again.
Now, as a fun fact, Gomez is not a first name. Gomez is a Latin surname. I always find that.
Well, Adams is
funny.
is not. But what I've said to people, and what I said today on Facebook to a guy, Chuck and I both nailed him for no. He is Hispanic. He's always been Hispanic. The thing is,
his name is.
What if your father is white and your mother is Hispanic? Are you no longer Hispanic? No. Oh, I took on the name Adams because my dad wasn't. It's stupid. It's a stupid argument. The fact is yeah, he's Hispanic. He said he's Hispanic, and
yeah, he is. What I'm saying is that Gomez is a surname.
Yeah, it is a surname, but
I vote that Martin is our Gomez Adams. Get ready to put the.
Well,
that
I
card.
do like the pinstripe suits, and I'm getting quite round. So
I was thinking more Raul Julia.
I would die for her. I would kill for her. Either way.
Well, I had to think about it for a second. I don't think it is his surname. I think it's his Christian name.
Really?
Yeah, because his name is Gomez Adams.
yeah, in the character, but in the real world, Gomez is a surname. Yep.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I know people who
Okay.
have Gomez as a surname.
Are you gringos
We should-
planning
let's-
Spanish names to me?
No.
The Spain guy's on your side.
No, I'm
Are we-
saying I don't think it's his surname. I'm parsing the use of surname. Is what I'm saying. I don't agree with.
No, not
Are
not
we
the person,
gringo-splaining?
not the character. Not the
I was just gonna say that you beat me.
You gringo splaining?
Son of a beaver, you beat me to it. I was trying to get it in there, dork.
Sorry.
No,
Then say what you're saying, Martin, because I'm not understanding you. I thought you were saying that his actual name is Gomez.
No.
Name,
No, I'm not
and not
talking about.
Adams.
I'm not talking about the character.
Okay, because Gomez is
In Latin America, Gomez is a
surname. I agree with you. Yep. Yeah, that's obvious. Yeah.
And welcome to On the Firing Line.
But that's not what I was getting from. It sounded to me like you were saying that that's his surname. And I'm like, no, his name is Gomez.
it's understandable.
It's his first name.
I
Okay.
speak very badly.
It's his Christian name. What? I
So-
couldn't understand you. I'm sorry. Your accent got too thick there.
So Gary,
You got me for a second there.
Okay, you got to put that card up. That sounds a little racist one. You
All
gotta
right,
put one
go
up.
ahead. Go ahead,
so,
Martin.
So what's
Put it
your
up.
rating for Wednesday overall? What's
Overall, I look out of like 10. I usually go on a scale of 1 to 10. Hold on. There you go. Keith looks so surprised at that photo. I don't know.
You make
He
his
was
eyes
photo,
bigger.
he was photo bombing his own photo. I was taking his picture when he did that. But anyway, so I would definitely give it an 8.5. 8.5 across the board. When it came to visuals, I thought for the most part it was really good. I'd give it almost a 10. But it loses a 10 and gets bumped to a 9 because of the monster fight. I thought it looked like crap. It was clearly CG. Also, the werewolf at the end that fights the Hyde creature, not going to say who it was fully dressed when they monstered out. And then the next time you see them, they're coming out of the woods all beat up and bloody and have their clothes back on.
That I noticed that kind of
That's an
bothered
Incredible
me.
Hulk moment that's just like really too fucking weird.
Yeah,
And
no.
and Emma and I are like, wait, where'd she get the clothes from?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that I did notice. That I did
Things
notice.
like that are just stupid,
Yeah.
and that's why I was going to say 8,
But
but
here-
you're right. 8.5.
So Anima's at 8. You're 8.5. Baron, have
no,
you seen it?
8.5. 8.5.
No, I have not yet.
You
I have
haven't
not
seen it
yet.
Martin,
So my overall
have you-
score is 8.5, but I really want to go into this real quick. I have this
Okay.
written down. I wrote these notes down right after watching it. Terrible, weakly developed final villain. The overly used trope of only girls can stop the big villain, and the big villain has to be a man. Identity politics. I didn't care what she identified as when you've identified the families as specific things in your Harry Potter universe. And when talking about the boy's mother, who was a Hyde,
Yeah.
and she was a Hyde, but
yes,
she identified as a werewolf. Is that what you're saying, that they can do that? No, they can't. Anyway, stupid. Also, in a previous
How did
episode,
the
I overlooked the whole Christian gay conversion summer camp reference with sending werewolves to a camp to become werewolves. It was just
It was
really
annoying, but
it's like, so you're saying werewolves are bad Christians? Anyway, all excessive sentimentality is something that got to me in that final episode. It made it just too sticky sweet, and relationships all wrapped up cleanly and neatly in the finale.
Damn, 6. What did I ever do to you? What are you
Which
talking about?
felt
Sorry.
Oh, they're
completely
shitting on Gary, not you.
Oh, okay.
contrived and forced. Also, where did Dog Girl get her clothes after she became human?
Yeah,
Again? That was
yeah.
fucking weird.
That was
And finally, shooting at bees is fucking moronic.
oh my god, don't get me started on that one.
Don't even get me started.
Yeah,
What? A swarm of bees come flying in, and the villain starts shooting a gun at them.
Yeah, like that's
And
gonna
I'm
help.
like, this is the super smart villain. This is like James Bond level fucking villain, planning everything out.
Can of Lysol and a match. That's what you use.
This is equivalent
right
to the James Bond movie with Javier Bardem, where he planned everything to the minutest detail. And then at the end, all for what? A shootout in a courthouse?
Krampus
Really?
is just roasting us, man.
Yeah.
Who is?
Krampus? Jeebus.
Oh, Krampus is just being Krampus, man.
Yeah, he's just no, Gary, I have to say I agree pretty much with everything you said. I didn't take notes during it. I probably should have but I already reviewed it on another show. I will say I gave it a 9 out of 10 on the other show, and I'm going to stand.
Fuck Zach and fuck Sticks. Fuck both of you guys. Because there's a follow-up to this comment. Zach, exactly. Dork Knight can fart, but Das Wolfen isn't even allowed to breathe unless his mic is muted. These are all direct shots at me. Zach doesn't let the after.
Did I?
Question, Anima, do you feel protected?
Have I farted on the show? I mean,
No, it's because I made the joke earlier. You had your hand up. I said, "Do you need to fart?"
Oh.
This is okay. Just so you know, one of my favorite kinds of comedy is callback comedy. Comedy comes in threes, like they taught on Rick and Morty, and it's true. There's nothing better than a callback. And my favorite callback joke of all time is the ending of my graphic novel, not Code Word Drone, but Vindicated Inc. The very last line of the main part of the book is the delivery of a punchline to one of my favorite jokes of all time, which is absolutely a callback line. That the person who's trying to guess what is going on in the joke guesses wrong. They always guess wrong because it's set up that way. And then the answer is the callback to another joke. And the whole thing is about two jokes. And Charlie Bruce and I used to do this at parties. He would tell the joke, and the whole idea about the joke he tells, it gets fucked up. And he goes, "Oh man, I forgot the punchline." I went, "Don't worry about it, man. I've got a better joke anyway." And then I go into the next joke. And I start telling a joke. And when you get to the punchline of that joke, everybody thinks it's this one thing, but in reality, it's the punchline to the first joke. That's a callback humor is some of the best comedy, and I love it. Six,
Callback
you and
with a
Zach's
back
fucking
door.
great. I love you guys so much that you do that. I love that.
Zax, I'm totally going to steal the YouTube booker. That's fantastic.
You know, that was hilarious. But why aren't you showing us your face, Anima? What is, you got like your beauty mask on? You about to go to sleep with like that mud face that women do?
I'm a Muppet today.
Oh, a Muppet. Okay.
She wants to be a Muppet. That's what I call them, Muppets.
A Muppet with sultry eyes.
It's a reference to Mark Hamill on the set of Empire Strikes Back. It is him because the stage was in two layers. You had the bottom layer for all the puppet handling and creatures and shit like that, and then Mark Hamill all by himself up on the top part of the set, working with a bunch of fucking puppets.
Yeah. So I want to show you, Gary. I hope I make you proud tomorrow. I am taking this very seriously. Look at all these notes. Look at all these notes.
Wow.
Look at all these notes.
Okay, I'm a little worried now because that looks like serial killer level shit there.
No.
Yeah.
No, man.
I thought I'm taking excessive notes.
I want to make sure the show is structured better because it was all over the place last week, the first show. And you know,
you see, Danny, this is why it's kind of disrespectful to the Rayla show because we do prep and we do try to have.
Let's not do that here. No.
I feel so terrible about that, Anna, because
we don't have to
I'm
do
glad
that.
you're doing notes yourself.
Yes.
No, I got to tell
come
you.
on and derail me, Anna, to get even.
No, I'm not going to do that to you. I want you to succeed, and because your success is our success. You know, you created something for Pop Culture Minefield. And by the way, if you didn't hear the good news, KGRA secured the deal with our advertisers. So once we get picked up, we are going to be able to use a code for every show. And that way, and you got to push the product. You got to push the product.
Oh, yeah.
You know, find ways. I hate the way, like, Donut Operator is one of my favorite channels to watch. I like the way he promotes his clients. I like the way he does it. I get annoyed with certain other shows. I'm not going to say what they are, but we all know them. We've all probably watched these shows, and I dislike the way they do their promos. And everything else about their content, amazing. I just like the way they do the advertising because it pulls you out of the show. I don't like that. I like it when you make it part of the show. Paul Harvey used to do that. I love Paul Harvey.
You know who's really good at that is Mark Maron. He fools me. I listen, you know, like
I watch Mark. Yeah, good.
Yeah,
good.
He's fooled me so many times. Like the only reason I buy the eggs I buy is because he tricked me into it. You know what I mean?
I like Mark Maron.
Yeah, I do too. I love Mark Maron. Yeah.
Promo
code backdoor
Hashtag backdoor Gary. I wish that was a code. But I am, by the way, Zach, I have sat down and I started working on the graphics. I'm going to do a shirts, and one of the shirts is going to have backdoor on the back. It'll be hashtag backdoor Gary. And on the front, it's going to be the Pop Culture Minefield logo with talking nerdy nerd stuff. And on the back, hashtag backdoor Gary. So, not every shirt will have it. Only special shirts will have it. You got to order it. I don't know if I want to order shirts because my problem with that is sizes. I never know what sizes to get.
That's why I do mixed tees because they're made to order, so you don't have to have an.
That's what I would rather do is have direct order through us. Use a code, and we are going to be setting this up correctly. It was set up previously, but I didn't like the way it was set up by one of our producers previously, my buddy Craig.
I keep forgetting to ask you. After the show, remind me, I got to get those graphics so I can update the website the way we wanted with the shows at the top.
Yeah, I told you last night. You're like, hey, can I get those graphics? I said, no. I was like, dude, man, I'm fucking beat. I got to go to bed.
I know.
In fact, when I was talking to you, I was in bed. I was sitting there doing my last minute to check. Did Anima write me anything? She fell asleep, and I'm like, bitch. Anyway, no, I didn't.
Look at my mom and everybody being all mean to me.
I went to bed when
Gary,
hey, I got to take it. You got to take it too, man.
Yeah.
Gary,
is that phrasing? That's phrasing.
of the guy
I'll take it all.
from the Perps short that I love you, bitch.
Phrasing. Phrasing.
I'm coming out.
Phrasing.
At least I managed to dodge all those bullets. But all I can say is I hope when you do get the T-shirts, you get the Omar the Tent Maker size. That's the size I need.
By the way, normally I've been for a long time ending the shows at an hour and a half. I'm going to be going all the way to 2 hours because that's what's expected of us from KGRA, which will be only in weeks, dude. In a handful of weeks.
Yeah. So
we're going to be broadcasting through their server.
I've been practicing like sponsors. Well, I mean, I've only done one show, but I was practicing sponsor spots. Do you know where they expect them? Is it like at the hour mark?
Oh,
the top of the show
they will handle it for you.
Okay.
They will be in the chat telling you 5 minutes.
Okay.
1 minute. And then, basically you're going to have my voice playing this video. Hold on. Let me find it for you real quick.
Pop Culture Minefield presents.
No, it's really retarded what I did. Bill loved it. Bill is like, that is so Gary. And
I had to listen to making it.
Yeah, she got to listen to me make the damn thing. KGRA.
And you survived. That's good.
Here we go. First, I'll play this one. There we go. Hi, guys. This is Gary from Pop Culture Minefield here on KGRA, and we're leaving for our first break. I hope we survive.
That's dorky. Yep.
No, wait. So then I follow up with this next one. Oh my God, I'm so ridiculous. We survived. Welcome back from the commercial break. Now for some more Pop Culture Minefield on KGRA.
And this gentleman is the voice he uses to leave
over the
voice
top.
messages.
KGRA, where alcoholics go to have fun.
Hey, now that's a little too close to home. So, hey, do I get to do any fun things like that for the wrestling one, or is that just going to be the generic?
They're
going
going to do that with all of our shows.
Okay.
It'll be me. Hey, this is Gary from Pop Culture Minefield.
You need Anima to do one.
Hope we survive.
Right? Oh, dude, that's a great idea with her accent. Shit.
Yeah, she should do.
You should have.
It needs to be exactly that long. I think it's 15 seconds is how long it's supposed to be. Hold on, let me double check. I think that's how long they asked me to do.
Shay says bumper
10
needs more
seconds.
testosterone.
10 seconds. 10 seconds each. It's got to be like quick. What's that? What did he say? Dragon Bricks is here.
Oh yeah.
Bumper needs more
Don't
testosterone.
you know that now it has been proven that testosterone is toxic?
I get so tired of being I just went over the top. I went, fuck it. I'm going to have some fun making these things because I hate doing it.
No, why not?
And
Jesus.
I laughed when I did it going, that is so retarded sounding. I'm so mentally handicapped.
So,
Anyway,
we got about 20 minutes. And in 20 minutes is
I think we summed up Wednesday. I think we're done with that.
Yeah, I gave my rating. Martine, did you give one? Have you watched it yet? Did you?
No, I binged it last night for this show.
Okay.
How many shows?
Oh,
Did you watch all 8?
I mean, you watch.
I saw all 8 episodes.
Okay.
Oh, you did. So
Yeah,
what's
you
your
told me
score?
to.
Yeah, give us your score, bro.
Well, a solid 8.
8? Yeah. See, we're all pretty much in agreement. We got 8, 8.5,
Right there, I'm
9.
8.5.
Yeah, and I was 9. He's 8. So yeah, it sounds like we
Anima,
all
what
really
was
liked
yours?
Yeah, I would have said 9, but then I knocked off half a point because.
Yeah, she said 8.5.
So you're 8.5 like me.
Yeah, because
we
the
watched
last
it together,
episode just disappointed.
and we really had the same comments. That's funny.
Yeah.
What I love about Anima is just one thing that we
Just one
have the
thing?
Same, yeah, just one thing is we have a very similar opinion on filmmaking. Past that, we have nothing in common.
You're with her just for the validation. You
I haven't
narcissist.
said that in a while, I think.
Yeah.
Fucking jerk.
I think. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm her jerk, as she says.
And careful with the jerking on this stream here. We don't need too much jerking.
Yeah, phrasing.
Phrasing.
Implications.
Now I give it 8.
I mean, as our
Not
Latino
little more.
representation on the
No.
panel.
It's a little detail that I do not want to talk on air because it's a spoiler. But I was discussing it with Gary earlier that it may be a plot hole, or it may be they may be setting something in the future.
No, I think you're right. I think that was intentional. I think there's something there. Also, I have a sneaking suspicion that the character who was murdered in the final episode, I don't want to say who it was, will be
That's
back.
what I meant. That's what I
I
meant
think there's
earlier.
something
I
with
hope they
that
find a
character
way.
that we don't know.
I don't think the character died at all.
So what I wanted to ask, and I'm sorry, I was speaking over you earlier, Martine, and thank you, Anima, for calling me out. I'm trying to get better, guys. As the only Latino representation on the panel,
I'm gonna interrupt you with a joke.
Okay.
About what you just said. It's like you're a recovering addict, but more so a recovering asshole.
Hey man, I'll take it. I'll take it.
When does he get a 30-day chip?
Yes, 30-day chip.
Well, problem is
It'll
I
be a
keep
potato
falling off
chip.
the asshole wagon every day. So,
we have
yeah.
bots.
Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry, Danny. Go
No,
ahead.
it's fine. No, but it's a semi-serious question. So, as the only Latino representation we have on the panel, what were your thoughts on the Latino representation in this show?
I am too, by the way.
Yeah.
Wait.
I have a large percentage of Spanish in my blood.
No, you're fucking Irish. And before I
Black Irish. I'm specifically Black Irish.
Hey, Latino
That's
or
from Spain.
before I answer,
I'm talking to the one with the accent here, Gary. Come on, give me a break.
Yeah, not Martin Sheen. Not Martin Sheen over there.
Okay.
Irish, Hispanic.
Yeah,
before I answer that,
He's not the only one with an accent here.
yeah. Before I answer that, I have to say this.
The goddamn robot's done!
Oh, did we? Oh, we did.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh, we did get bots. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
Well,
yeah, and you didn't even have your porn stash.
Okay. This
Cece won't let me have it, man. It's not fair. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. This is this may come in as a surprise for many people, but I do not care about representation.
Okay. Fair enough.
What I
care
do
about
care
it or
is
don't care for it?
representation doing badly. And in this case was well done. That was very, very well done.
Well, here's the thing, Martin. Let me add to that. It's well done when it's not the fucking issue being talked about. My problem is when they talk about it.
Yeah,
No,
it was just there. No,
not
it was
only
just there.
that. Not only that. Because when I say bad representation, maybe it's what I try to convey more accurately would be incorrect representation. Like, for example, in every movie when you see Latin people, regardless from their origin, the music they use is Spanish guitar.
Mm-hmm.
We don't listen to that. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, but it's not representative.
It's
of
cliche.
us.
No, I get
Yeah.
what you're saying. It's cliche. It's a stereotypical thing.
So how do you?
It's like, it's Austrian. Let's play the goddamn waltz. I hate that.
I thought the music
Stupid.
It's interesting you bring up the music, Martine, because I actually thought that their music choices were extremely interesting.
Yes. What was I saying? The representation was very well done, and the music was exquisite.
Yeah, I love that scene with her playing the cello up on the rooftop. That was awesome.
Oh my God, yeah.
Painted
I
Black.
also like the
Painted
animation
Black,
that they created, but yeah, there was a lot of classic rock being played in there. And by the way, every single Mexican in my family is into either death rock, heavy metal, or punk.
Yeah. There is a big community of metaleros in Latin America.
So
most of them are metalheads.
Is there a thing, Martine? Cece's at work, so I can't
What?
ask her. But
Oh my God, who's this?
But she, what?
Fat Steven.
Oh,
It has to be Fat Steven.
So Cece likes AC/DC and older like rock. Is that is that just unique to her, or is it?
No, it's a very extended sentiment.
Yeah. Like I said, we have a lot of Hispanics in our family, and I'm telling you, they love hard punk rock, metal, or death rock.
Right on.
Please,
none
tell
of them
me that
listen to disco or Spanish music. They all listen to fucking hard rock.
Please tell me that they've dodged the Juggalos stage, please.
Nobody in my family likes the Insane Clown Posse. None of them do. Not that I'm aware of.
Oh God, don't even mention them, please. Why would you do that?
What the fuck was that? Taco Bell. Thank you.
That sounded like Taco Bell. Yeah, I was like,
it is the Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. How does that work?
Now here's some history for you.
Right,
by the way, I love talking about this. Phoenix had one of the first Taco Bells open there from California. It was started in California, and Arizona. They opened one in right by the main mall. What was it called? Mall of America in Phoenix. There is a McDonald's and a Taco Bell on the same block. And when they first opened, it was not like what it is today. You went up to a window and there was no inside. It was like a regular, it was like a taco truck, but it was a building and they had an actual Alamo looking church front with a bell. It was amazing. I loved going to.
Who keeps doing?
You know, Stephen. I swear, it's Stephen. You fucking Canadian.
I knew it. I knew.
You bastard.
There you go, Zach.
He said bell. What the hell am I supposed to do? Do go.
Zach, you've got your Canadian representation now.
There you go.
Just remember, Taco Bell wins the franchise wars.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Demolition Man.
Well,
yeah.
it depends of what version of the movie, because in the other one is Pizza Hut.
I like the seashell cut where it's just him looking at seashells for 2 hours.
Jesus Christ. How would that even work? You know,
He holds them in his hand and looks.
So I was going to say something, since we kind of been derailed by Fat Stevens here.
No, we're done. We're done. We can derail all we want.
Okay. So we got like 12 minutes. So I actually do have a hard out because part of my show tomorrow, I guess I should promote it again, Dork Side of the Ring, 11
Oh my God.
a.m.
Oh my God.
Pacific
Hold on.
Phrasing.
I'm coming out.
Phrasing.
Wait a minute.
Hard out.
Come on, man. Fair enough.
We're learning stuff here. Wait
a minute. Dork, first of all,
yeah.
you throw me under the bus and then you use it as a segue to promote yourself? What kind of selfish attitude is that shit?
Totally.
Steven derailed us, but while we're done, let's talk about me for a moment.
But no, well, not me. It's a pop culture minefield show, so it's not.
I'm a
It's not
co-host,
completely
bro.
selfish. It's not completely selfish.
Hey, I wanted to let you know something, Danny. We had big names.
There you go.
Say, Pop Culture Minefield is a great fucking name.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. It's a great name.
And one of them was Chuck Dixon on Wednesday's show. He said it too. He says, I love the name Pop Culture Minefield. I said, you should. Your partner gave us the name, Graham Nolan. He's the one who named us.
Oh, cool.
I'm legally obligated to say that it is.
I mean,
No, I like-
whenever I'm on, I feel like one of those sheep being led into the minefield. So it's
Well, no, it's the right mixture of what you know what I mean? Like nerdy, militaristic, veteran, pop culture, it's just the whole, like, it's a great name for because there's not a lot of proud. Well, until I came to your channel, then I met a bunch of them because of you. But there's not really a lot of
Well,
proud,
one thing you've
nerdy
also found here,
veterans.
even when I've gotten on to you, what do? I absolutely support you.
Oh yeah,
I
dude.
always
No,
give you my support, undying support.
Yeah, and no matter, and I love and appreciate you. No matter how much I piss you off, you still keep me around.
I turned right around. I yelled at you once. You've now officially been yelled at once. And after I yelled at you, I turned right around and told you all sorts of positive things about you.
Yes. No, and that's what
I hate the way you talk over each other. I hate the way you do. Oh, sorry, I meant positive. My bad. I was on the wrong rant.
Danny, we love you with all your special effects here.
Yeah, Danny, honestly, Danny, you came in here, took a lot of crap, still maintained yourself, took more crap, and now you're hosting your own show, and literally no one has kicked you out. So if Gary loves you and shits on you,
And Paulie took an hour out of his life the other day to help kind of guide me, through these little hardships. And I love that.
Listen
man.
to Paulie.
So
He's
awesome.
always got good advice.
Yeah, no, and I
him
took
and
notes
Mexican
and-
Iron Man.
But
Very smart dudes.
The promo
Like the
I tried to
actual
start 4 minutes ago. So there's a Ring of Honor pay-per-view that starts.
And that's the end of the
in
show,
9
guys.
minutes.
Thanks for
Okay.
being here.
It's been great.
Danny, you make me feel better because every time I'm feeling depressed, I realize I'm not you. So.
Oh my
God, Danny, and you can thank Gary for telling me to come in to derail you. So that's what he did.
It's all good. It's all good. Oh yeah, you know what? Okay, comments like that. I wish Cece were here. She makes me do this. I hate my face. I like to have hair on it.
I can put some hair on it.
Crazy.
That's not crazy. That is a direct fucking threat.
Yeah, I walked right into that one. That was,
It's Canadian, eh?
Phrasing.
That's
gonna
part of
talk
the
about
minefield.
Dark Side
I
of the
stepped
Ring.
on a mine.
That's
It's the
that
dark
was
side of the
Danny all
moon.
over the place.
Yeah,
Dork
that was the
is raining
minefield.
Dork now.
He wants some hair on his face.
Oh God. Yes, thank you for throwing that. Dork Side of the Ring tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific, whatever that is, Eastern.
Or as my stepdaughter would say, what time is it again? 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock specific time.
Specific.
Anyways, my point is, damn it, in 7 minutes, Ring of Honor Final Battle, which is a pay-per-view that I'm going to be covering on tomorrow's show, starts. Yeah. And I'm going to have to watch it and take notes so I can report to the fans. Yeah. So that's what I meant by phrasing. Hard out in 7 minutes.
Hard out.
I like that you're taking hand.
That's like when I say, use that classic gambling thing with the chips going, I'm all in. And somebody goes, really? Not just the tip?
And Penny, I
think
don't
you
mean
would want
anything
to
harsh.
Softly
Don't
pull
worry.
out, but no, you have to go all hard.
You go out hard.
Okay,
So
bite
what
the
did you
pillow.
say?
Bite the pillow.
Anima, everybody was talking. What'd you say, hon? You said something to me a second ago. What'd you say?
I like that you're taking handwritten notes. Apparently, I thought I was the only one old school like that.
How else would I be taking notes? Like
Notepad.
I take
Like
notes
Gary on
on
the
the computer.
computer.
Yeah.
You have
Really?
two screens. You have two screens. so-
No, I have 4 screens, but I'm old
Okay.
school, I guess.
There
I
is
like-
no
I like to
ruled
write.
paper near me. All the paper that's near me are sketch pads.
I have.
I keep
have
everything on
stacks.
Notepad when I'm going through a show, so I take points of what I like, do not like, and problems. That's what I do. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have stacks of these things. I have like these.
Yeah, me too.
He has an entire notebook called Gary, How Not to Do a Show.
No,
And it will be
nonsense.
published. It'll be $9.95. Just
$9.95.
Oh my God! Look at this comment.
Is it supposed to be red? That's a problem.
Listen, if there's any bleeding when you're pulling out, call a doctor.
What?
Yeah.
They're talking about poops.
Yeah, that okay. Got
Why are you putting fiber on your dick?
Dork is going to get Metamucil ads. Fuck you, man.
You will. You'll get the pink lemonade.
They're
I am
referencing
gonna
a
tell you something,
conversation I
though.
had the other
Our
day.
sponsors are dietary supplements. And
Really?
I'm very interested. I'm going to get some because I think we should all try what we promote.
I 100%
Yeah.
agree with
Good.
that. 100% agree with that.
I have a
back-
dietary sponsor.
I'm trying to get a deal with a one of those realistic sex doll ones too.
Oh my!
Gary, I got us a
your
sponsor.
girlfriend is right
I
next to you, bro.
forbid you
Wait,
to
And
do
would
that,
you like to
Gary.
poop better?
Fuck
If
you.
so,
Wait, I
Gary,
what?
backdoor fiver.
On the side of every condom, Shanatsky,
hold on.
it says every condom from this company, this is Trojan, has been tested before packaging. And I actually called their toll-free number, read it to them on the side, and said, where do I sign up for that job?
But I had a surprise. I actually
They
came on
hung up
because
on me.
I did get Pop Culture Minefield to sponsor. It is also a dietary supplement. Gorilla Tape would like to sponsor this show because if you put it over your mouth, then you don't have to worry about supplementing anything in there. Thank you, Gary, for shaking your head.
Nobody's laughing.
I'm laughing. You're trying not to laugh.
Yeah, you're laughing. Yeah, I know.
That's why it's funny.
It's that weird Canadian humor.
Well, now I know that you definitely are not.
You know, all I got to say is that kind of humor proves why you guys have been taken over by the biggest cuck on the planet.
Oh, no.
I got taken over.
Trudeau.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, man. You guys are fucked in Canada, man. I don't know. What to
I
tell
swear
you.
to God, it's like it's the new communist
I used to
bloc.
I know. I used to want to live there, but not anymore.
It's Castro Jr. up there.
No, we actually changed our anthem last week to just.
It's the new communist bloc of Canada. And you know what? What's really funny is that they will probably kick out anybody who's Scottish.
So
I hope
70s
Brian
rock
hears
band?
that.
Yeah, he did. Saw this morning.
So
The Canadian Soviet Union, they'll kill you, but they'll do it very politely.
It's not the Soviet Union.
And
it's the
apologize
Canadian-
while doing
Yeah.
it. I'm so sorry.
It's the Canadian Communist Territories. They're going to get rid of the Northwest Territories and just call everything the Communist Territories. That's what they're going to do with Canada.
this stream is brought to you by Canadians
Socialism.
or that. Yeah, I was gonna leave.
Sorry.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
And Vankman, no, it's not Soylent Green. They literally have been promoting assisted death. And if you actually go through the articles, rather than help disabled veterans and etc., they are literally saying, have you thought about death? I'm like, I just want a wheelchair that goes up the wall.
That disabled veteran was one of the first ones I heard about.
Yeah.
As she wrote in there, was having problems with PTSD and all this shit. And
Same.
they actually suggested assisted suicide.
Well, it proves the point. They hate disabled, impoverished people all alike. And I've been saying that since lockdowns. It's been
Wait a minute, I'm not going to say who it was, but there was a guy historically known for killing crippled and disabled people.
Is this in Canada you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. What the hell, man? In the 90s, Canada always bragged about taking care of their old and their sick. When did that change?
They took care of them. The LTCs had over 2K deaths from 2020 to 2021.
Take care of them.
You guys got to stop talking over each other. I didn't hear either of you. I mean, sorry. And if I'm saying that, that's bad. So one of you start over. Like
Chinovsky was saying, "Take care" was another metaphor for assisted death. What I would say is the same thing. Is from 2020 when lockdown started, 2021, there was over 2,000 deaths in the long-term care facilities, and then they passed the buck off the previous government. No one would have known about this if the military wasn't called in to look at unlivable conditions for long-term care. There were families outside windows watching their loved ones, grandmothers, grandparents, staring back at them, not allowed in, breaking down and crying. Some people literally just died of sadness and loneliness because of that crap. And everyone has some type of story attached to that.
What happened to your country, man? That doesn't.
I don't turn on the news because this isn't my country, so I don't care about the news.
Well,
this country is gone to shit.
Well, it's like Animal Farm. It's like Animal Farm, where you have the horse that works hard his whole life, and what's his reward? Sent off to the knacker's yard.
Oh, hey guys, we got about 30 seconds left until.
10 minutes. What the hell? You're...
What? Oh, 10 minutes? Oh, I'm just looking at it's 11:59 a.m. where I'm at, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're going to end it at.
It's the banana
because we started a little late.
Oh, you did? Okay, my bad.
So we're going to end a few minutes after. We've got 8 minutes. Well, under 8 minutes.
That's fine. I got the wrestling pay-per-view on this screen muted, so I'm good. You know.
Your manifesto.
Nice thing is we have a producer who will launch the show and do the ads for us, the promo.
Awesome.
And so,
Johnny Rock was looking.
Reminding you.
Johnny Rock was really looking forward to doing the ad copy reads because he went to school for that. He was he used to be a DJ on a radio and stuff.
Well, let's have a meeting with him, and he can maybe do. Well, he can't do the ads, but he could do the intro outro.
Okay.
Swear to God, this house freaks me out. The wiring in here is so old, and like. If I swear to God, this happened last night.
Not the wiring, Gary.
The dishwasher was going at some point, and when I walked out at 1 o'clock, I was done working at 1 o'clock in the morning. I walked out, everything was on except for the dishwasher. It wasn't on, but then I turned and the refrigerator was off. And it's because the refrigerator, the toaster, the microwave, and the washer dryer are on one circuit.
Oh shit.
And you can only run 2 at a time.
Where the fuck
you
are
get that
you?
third one in. it's
what third world country
it's an
are you
older
living in?
house. It's just an old house. This house was built in like this 50s to 60s.
Can you believe he's giving me shit for living in a third world?
No, we don't live in it. We have the stuff to fix it. It's just finances are needed.
In between, Danny,
they tackle one thing at a time.
In between shows, Gary goes outside and hopes for packages from the sky to be either food or bombs, but they're both yellow packages, so he has to play survival, the real game.
Okay, I want to again mention something about packages, and yes, I know it's phrasing. Whenever we talk about phrasing, so we got to do that video now. Boom.
Phrasing.
There you go. So when you're in the army or in the military, period, when you get a care package from a family member, you have to open it in front of everybody, including your senior NCOs.
Dude, is that true? Because I used to send my buddy Playboys, who was in the Navy, because he asked me to.
I got a letter from a friend I met through Patty Bagley that would write me. He was such a sweetheart, dude. He was an old hippie, real big lefty hippie, but he wrote me every fucking week when I was in the army because he knew how stressful it was for me doing that, especially with the war coming up, and he wrote me these letters, and on the outside of it, he would write the most perverse fucking gay shit that he wanted to do to me on the back outside of the letter. When you flip it over on the back side.
Did he know that other people saw it, I guess?
Yeah,
okay.
He knew that.
Because I like to this. So my buddy, I would, I had a Playboy subscription. This was back in 2004 probably, and to 2008 when he was doing his first 4 years. And so every month I'd get the Playboy, I'd read it. I'd send it to him with a letter, I'd write him a letter, and I would always make jokes like, hey, just ignore the pages that are stuck together, stupid shit like that. And I had no idea other people, I thought it was private. That's crazy. Like now I got to
My dad, my family, unintentionally to intentionally would fuck with me. My dad sent me an empty care package.
Wow.
Empty?
Yeah. He put packing in it, tissue, but then he also put little pieces of wood in there to give it weight. And I opened it.
I've done shit like that with Christmas.
And I had to dig to the bottom of it, and there's a letter going, "Hey, buddy, I thought I'd send you an empty care package. Thought you'd enjoy that. The real package is coming in a few days." And I'm like, all my buddies are just fucking laughing, going, "Your dad's a dick." And I went, "Yeah, now you know where I get it from." But my Aunt Maddie, God rest her soul, I love that woman so much. She was just a great aunt. She sent me this package with pinwheel cookies. It's got dates in it, and it's spun. They roll it, cut it up, so it's got that pinwheel look to it, and they're yummy. She would send me little tiny pies. And you have to open this, and some people are like, "Hey, man, let me have one of those cookies." And you kind of got to give it to them. And then everybody's like, "Well, you're going to give him one." So you end up only getting one or two cookies out of your own fucking up. And they do that on purpose. The senior NCOs love to fuck with the grunts. And then I get this fucking knitted thing that looked like a beanie for a baby. And I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" And I'm looking at it, and one of the guys goes, "Your aunt not know your head size?" And he had no idea how prophetic what he just said was. Because then I picked up the note that went with it. And she said, "Oh, honey, I heard it gets really cold there." Or she goes, "Your brother told me it gets really cold there in Saudi Arabia. So I thought I'd send you a Peter warmer."
So Krampus Jeebus got it right. He called it a dick cozy.
This fucking Mexican guy is the one with the head on his head, and he goes, "It's my new hat." I said, "It's a hat for my head, that one." And he goes, "Ooh," and he threw it at me.
Gary, did you ever do the M1 form thing when I was in cadets? Right, whenever you'd have the new guys, we call them herbs. They got the gray shorts and they look really stupid. They have the lining like a swimsuit trunks. If you remember those, we would send all the new recruits to the medical office and go, "Oh, you gotta get your M1 form," and eventually the office had to make a public announcement saying, "Please stop sending the newbies to our office asking for masturbation forms."
Oh, yeah.
The M1 forms? Yeah, I love that.
You can actually get kicked out of the military for excessive masturbation.
Well,
Get a full medical
really?
discharge, psychological discharge through medical.
We took our barracks CO's box springs. We took all the springs out of his bed and then put the mattress back down. So as soon as we hear lights out, right through, lights on, staying to 11 o'clock at night. They were not happy.
Yeah, the one that was really funny to do, like, because a lot of us, because we were the junior leaders, the squad leaders, we had our own room, and we would turn out the lights if the senior NCOs weren't there. And I remember one night I did this to my squad. I was over on there, said, "Lights out, good night." And then I would pick one person and I would say their name. I go, like, let's say Steven, I'll see you later, buddy. Kisses. Lights out.
I don't want no
There's
kisses.
a lot of gay jokes in the
Gary?
military. Yep, we're done. That's it. We're finished with the show. I want to thank everybody for being here. I will go through this really quickly. Penny, Bill Barkley, The Crusader Line, Keely Chow, Farnsworth, Dragon Ruse, Alex Moore, AF Watcher 88, Joseph Dredd, Pat S., Joe's Atmosphere, Deleted Scenes, Decepticons Cave of Villains, Christopher Moonlight Productions, Heidi Marks, Dofi Bill, Mexican Iron Man, Bapokio, or whatever the fuck that is, the Dork Knight, which is also here, Awesome One, Pacific 414, Real Wade Nation, Dust Wolfen, 6, Sagacious 6, Jedi 6 is just 6. You are awesome. Zax, you are also awesome. Also, fuck both of you. I love you guys. Krampus Jeebus, Maria with Telly and TV, John Holmes, and Cavatino Cavalryman Che, CJ Action Grip.
Sorry, the comment.
Ivana Twinkle, the Peter Vickman fan site, CJ Action Grip, Dragon Bricks, and that is it. Everybody have a great weekend. Don't forget, 5 o'clock tonight. That's in 2 or 3 hours. If you are a member, get a hold of me if you're not added to the group, because we are watching a double feature of Josh Becker's movies.
Becker. And check out BeckerFilms.com, made by yours
right.
truly.
We're going to be showing Thou Shalt Not Kill Except and Lunatics A Love Story.
I thought you were doing the what's it called? The running time? Or
No, that's next time.
Oh, it is? Okay.
I'm doing them in order.
Oh, okay.
So everybody have a great day and look forward to seeing some of you guys this evening. Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Pop Culture Minefield. If you've enjoyed the show, please make sure to like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell icon for updates on our shows and channel. Also, please leave a comment, and we'd like to know what you thought of the episode, as well as letting us know if there's something you'd like us to cover in a future episode. Don't forget that you can become a member of Pop Culture Minefield now. Make sure to visit our membership page and merch store at popcultureminefield.com. You can always find Pop Culture Minefield on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch.
Boom, boom.
Lights out.
Hey, where am I? Where am I?
Tim Bruce.
I'm hurt. I'm hurt now. I'm hurt. I'm gonna cry.
Not just a lobster, he was a rock lobster.
Boom, boom, boom.
This
Remember
part right here, right there. That's the gayest part of the show.
I love you, Gary.